Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Being Relevant. Today, we have a very special guest with us, Arun Radhakrishnan, who is a director of engineering for Relevance, and I'd say one of our great directors of engineering. Arun, welcome.
Thank you, Tino. Thanks for having me.
So I keep hearing about intelligent applications everywhere. So what makes an application intelligent, and how is it different from what people are doing today? I mean, is it that much different?
Sure. We call that as a traditional application or conventional applications, right? So these traditional applications are usually built with a few workflows in mind. So to trigger that workflow, we can follow multiple approaches. It could be a time-based trigger or it could be a event-based. User can trigger these workflows. Interesting part here is, irrespective of who is using this application, regardless of how many times any user uses application, they always deliver the same outcome. But on the other hand, intelligent applications, these applications have ability to continuously learn based on the data available to these applications, and they will recognize a pattern from these data, and they also continuously observe user behavior, how user access these applications, all those things. By observing all these things, what these intelligent application will do, they learn and they adapt, and by adapting that, these intelligent application will deliver better outcome that is contextualized for the user. So this is how the intelligent applications are being different from the traditional or the classic applications, Tino. So there is AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning algorithms we are using behind the scene to make these applications intelligent. There are three focus areas. These intelligent applications are creating major impact. One is enriching employee experience. Second one is enhancing customer engagement, how the customers are being engaged with the application.
Are where do they, maybe a little bit more on just where does, to be an intelligent application, where do they pull from? Is it, where do they get the data to, again, continue to be more intelligent as more data is found?
Sure. So usually this could be application data, right? Or business data. Application data, what I mean by that. So what we are feeding into. So this could be our personal information, could be one, or the application configuration of it. So we call that as a application configuration. That is metadata. Another one is business data. So whatever information we are feeding into. So from that, it will be constantly searching for different patterns. So once it recognizes the pattern, it will try to customize it, hyper personalize it for user. If I can explain my requirements in a natural language, then this application can understand that it is not only data and additional capability also we are talking about, right? It's a natural language understanding capability. So multiple things it uses to fulfill this business requirement or fulfill user needs.
So, I mean, you talked about AI is transforming applications, and I think you mentioned, I would like you to mention in 4 areas. So can you break that down for me, how that works?
Yeah, the 3 major areas. First one is enhancing customer experience. That is number 1. I think I can explain that through a few solutions what we built already. So for that, we are building this troubleshooting agent. So what it will do, this application, when user they get stuck, they don't know what to do with this application. At that time, on demand, they can trigger this agent. This agent will pop up and observe that what user is doing. Currently, which part of application this user is using. It will understand that first. Then based on the question asked by the user in a natural language, it will help the user what to do next. Second one is employee experience. The first one is outward focus. Second one is the inward focus. So how to make our employee experience better and boost productivity. We recently built that for one of our customers. So their sales team, they don't have any clue of what this customer want. Usually customer buy one particular product, they also buy another product. That this functionality we have seen in Amazon, right? The similar functionality we built by consuming all user access patterns, user behavior when it comes to application. We ingested all these data. Then we created this report, a dynamic report for the sales agent to understand that was what this user might be needing to do upselling and cross-selling. So like that, we are addressing the employee productivity and employee experience aspect of it. The third one is optimizing business process. This solution, what we building currently for one of our customers is, usually this is what they will do. They will pick up their phone, talk to customer agent, explain their problem, or create a ticket. What if that problem had already been solved? In that case, so we created this agent. It will talk to customer and understand the problem. It will go to the knowledge repository and try to find that relevant information that is meaningful, or that could be an answer for the question what user has asked. In that scenario, it can retrieve that information, then enable user to solve the problem. In a worst case scenario, it can automatically create a ticket under the right bucket for them. So with that, we are completely automating this ticket creation process.
So some companies, I'm sure, have some trepidation in making moves into AI, not because they intellectually don't understand that it's coming and they have to do it, but they have decades. We have decades of investment in our current systems. So are you telling me we need to throw them all away and start over? What are the realistic options?
Yeah, not necessarily, Tino. One of the applications is a help agent I mentioned before. So this we built for one of the legacy application. That was a very old application. We don't want to touch the core functionality. So what we built this capability as a separate component. Then we invoke the component on demand as part of the legacy application. Like that, we can build any intelligent capability outside as a component, then invoke it. As we build this component in parallel, our trust with respect to this intelligent capability also, we will gain the trust on these technologies, right? So then slowly we can go inside and touch the core functionalities. First address this supporting functionality, then go inside this core function. We can clearly integrate that into a core functionality. If it is a monolithic application, then definitely some refactoring is needed, but this could be done in an iterative fashion. So rip and replace cannot be a only solution when we want to bring this intelligent capability as part of a legacy application, Tino.
Companies probably have dozens of applications.
Yeah.
So how would you recommend they decide where to put money and resources first? I guess what I'm asking is, how should they think about prioritization?
Sure. So first, we are encouraging our customers to build use cases if they are new to this AI capabilities, right? So we are encouraging them to focus on the capabilities what they can build to optimize their employees' efficiency. Then we have this business impact versus technical complexity matrix we are asking them to build. With that, high impact and low technical complexity, we can pick that first. High impact and low technical complexity. We can think that we can build the capability as a separate component as much as possible. Sometimes many platforms are offering APIs. For example, OpenAI and Claude, Gemini, these platforms, they are offering inferencing capability as an API. So we can leverage those API, then achieve whatever we wanted to achieve as much as possible. And the second level is we can augment the data to this API and get the work done. Like that, we can take that high impact, low complexity task first, Then as we gain trust in this technology, we can go to other strategic area like a high impact, high complexity. In parallel, we can also start focusing on the data, right? So for that, I'm asking our customers to prioritize that. Make sure that there is no AI strategy without a data strategy. Focus on data in parallel. While you are invoking AI capability as a API, focus on the data so that we can augment this data, get meaningful result.
So one final question, Arun, as you think about getting the board and leadership aligned, because a lot of times the board knows something about AI, but really CIOs and CTOs and other leaders have to really share what the purpose is, what the value is going to be, not that it's all the bells and whistles, but what's the real impact. So what's the most important message they need to understand about where the organization's headed with intelligent applications?
Yeah. So when it comes to adoption of AI use cases or building intelligent applications or using application to increase employees' productivity and give enhanced employee experience in all these use cases, one thing is common, that is, how are we going to measure it, right? It cannot be, experience should be better. It cannot be subjective. How to make it objective? So that is where most of the companies are struggling with, in my experience. So for that, what we are doing now, even with our own customers, we are trying to build a system that we can use to measure the efficacy of AI system, right? So once we have a system in place to measure that efficiency of these AI platforms or AI features, what we are going to build, then we can make it better and see that how far we made it better. That we would be able to see. Number one, Number two is clean up your data and make it available for this AI engines or AI agents what we are going to build. Many organizations they are keeping tons of data, but can we feed that all the data in one shot to AI agent and to get meaningful information? Probably not. So for that, we may need to build this data engineering pipeline to clean up the data and make it usable. That is the second thing. Third one is start adapting agentic AI or start building agent, because invoking that as a API could be first step, but building agent would be the next best step. So build a system to measure the efficiency of AI system, make your data ready, then start building agents. So these are all the 3 steps I would highly recommend leadership team to think about, Tino.
A follow-up question to that, because I know there's companies talking to us about employee satisfaction, customer success, production, of more revenue.
Right.
Are we in a position to address any of that, either short-term or long-term?
When it comes to measurement of that, right? So employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, different frameworks are there. 2 metrics or 2 framework we are using. One is a DORA. DORA is a framework we are using to see that how quickly we can deliver product to production, product to the market, how often it is getting failed, and how long we are taking to fix it and republish it, and how long we are taking to build a feature, and how often we are releasing it to production. Like that, 4 different metrics we are taking. That is DORA. And that is the evolution of DORA. We call that as a space framework that is built by GitHub. That is what we are using. In addition to efficiency, there is a employee satisfaction, continuous growth of employee that would address employee experience aspect of it. So we are working with our customers first to adapt to DORA. There is a subset of space. Then once we successfully adapt to DORA, we can go to the space framework. That would address most of the things what you asked for.
Yeah, well, this has been great, Arun. Thank you for joining me on Being Relevant, and folks can contact Relevance directly to Arun or to me if you want more information. So thanks for taking part in this today, Arun.
And thank you, Tino.